Happy Monday, Mercy House. I think one of the questions about Leviticus is what's really practical that comes out of Leviticus. I mean, we're thinking on all this blood and guts and on Jesus and where does it like work itself out in our everyday life? And you might be surprised. One of the places you could find some of those practical results is the book of Hebrews. And the writer of Hebrews, he's really excited about Leviticus, and you can tell as you're reading through the different parts. He's referring to the high priest and the tabernacle and the sacrifices and all these things that we're talking about. Take for instance, Hebrews 10, verse 19. He says, "Therefore, brothers, since we have confidence to enter the holy places by the blood of Jesus, by the new and living way that he opened for us through the curtain, that is, through his flesh, and since we have a great high priest over the house of God." That's all we've been talking about, is the high priest and the tabernacle and the curtain and all those things, and he is explaining in just a few verses what took me about 55 minutes yesterday that all these things are pointing forward to Jesus. But then he gets to the practical part, and there are three let us is, if you will. Verse 22 says, "Let us draw near with a true heart, in full assurance of faith, with our hearts sprinkled clean from an evil conscience, and our bodies washed with pure water." One of the practical outworkings of what we're studying in Leviticus is that we draw near to God. And it should make us want to pray to him, to go into that Holy of Holies, because it's been such an expensive gift that's been given to us to have that kind of access to God. The next let us, verse 23, "Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful." It causes us to want to further understand the gospel and to hold fast to it. Every week we're thinking on the tenets of the gospel, and it is easy to get away from that. Our default mode is to go into some sort of a do-gooderism and a works righteousness, and we just need to be reminded of the gospel every week. And then the final let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together as in the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. That last let us, we talked about yesterday. Let us keep in community. Let's keep meeting together, even if it's hard, even if it's inconvenient. And when we get together, let's consider how we can spur one another on in our response to the grace of the gospel. I hope that you'll meet together with us either Tuesday night or Wednesday night as we continue to work out the truths that we learned about in Leviticus 16. I also hope that many of you, really all of you and your friends, will sign up for free rides, and I hope you have a great week.